Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I thought I would do something a little bit different. I think I've been having a lot of like residential lot builds or like apartments and things, so I decided today I wanted to do a community lot. So as you can tell from the title, it is a plant shop and cafe. So like the plant shop is on one side and the cafe is like attached to it. I kind of have had this like idea in my head for a while that I want to do like a plant shop connected to a cafe. I think I originally kind of was thinking like an observatory sort of looking thing, like it was like fully glass, which I guess I could have done with like I think there's like a CC set has that vibe. I don't have like the greenhouse kit or anything, so I couldn't do like something that looked like that, but yeah, it's not like quite how I saw in my head, but after I like was done building it, I was like, this is pretty good. I think we're gonna be okay with this one. So yeah, I actually like how it turned out, so I hope that you guys like it as well. Yeah, I'm basically just doing the exterior now, adding the windows and everything. It took me like a second to choose windows because I feel like if I'm doing something that has like different level like walls, so like the top walls are the short height, and then obviously like the downstairs walls are taller, they're the medium height. So if I'm like ever doing a build that has like two differing heights of walls, I always like struggle finding windows because a lot of the windows like don't match. But yeah, I just went with what I went with here, so yeah. Obviously this is a community lot and not a residential lot, but I did of course go into the Mind Palace and was thinking of like kind of a story. I mean, not really a story, just kind of like The Sims that I guess would like own this like lot. I guess you can't really own a cafe. Like if you set something as a cafe, then it just will run by itself. Like you can't own it like a business, but I guess this is like technically a multi-lot, so you could run it as a cafe if you set the lot type to a cafe, and you can also set the lot type to a, what's it called again? I think it's just like, like the retail. I think is that the lot type? I forgot what the lot type is called, but whichever one is the retail one, I think it is literally just called retail, but you can set it to that, and then you can like run the plant shop that's on the side. So it's kind of like, multi-use, which is always nice to have in the game. Sometimes I really wish that we just had the ability to just set like any lot as like anything. So like if I wanted to have an apartment upstairs and there was like a shop downstairs, and then there was something to the side of the build, like it was like, I don't know, a bookstore downstairs, an apartment upstairs, and then next to it was like, I don't know, a store of some kind, or like a plant shop or something. I just wish we could like have multi-use lots like that already in the game without having to like go through loading screens to change the lot type during gameplay, but it is what it is, so we gotta make do with what we got. So yeah, it is interchangeable, so it's however you want to play with it. But as I was saying, I was thinking about a little bit of, I don't know, some kind of backstory, I guess, but I was just thinking like siblings, I think, own like this lot. So one of them owns the like cafe and they run it, even though you can't, but like, in my imagination, one of them runs the cafe, and then the other one has the plant shop next door, and they like run their business. I think it was like, maybe they started it like super small, like from their house, or like they were doing like packages and stuff from their home, and it was like a small sort of business. Sorry, I had an alarm that just went off, so if you heard like a vibrating or like some kind of noise like that, it was my phone on my desk. But anywho, yeah, I think that they like started this small business and then it kind of turned into a bigger business, so they needed somewhere to obviously like run it from, so they got this lot and now they run it side by side. So I think they're probably close because they're able to run a business side by side. And yeah, so you'll see some like plants and stuff inside of the cafe area, and I was thinking that the sibling who runs the plant shop, in my head it was like a brother and sister, so like the brother runs the plant shop and the sister runs the cafe. And I was thinking that he's like, oh yeah, like take these plants and like decorate the cafe and everything. So she kind of used all that stuff and then put it in the cafe side, so you can kind of see like them helping each other out. And yeah, I don't know, that's like a little story that I have in my head. You can do whatever you want obviously, but I don't know, I think I have to make something up so I can like get the vibe of a build. But yeah, I guess I should do a little update on my health, because I did mention that I was sick, I think in my last video, I'm not mistaken, that I had the COVID, but it's starting to fade away a little bit more. Some days I feel really horrible still, and then other days I'm feeling better. So I think it's just one of those things that's going to kind of like stick with you for a while. But yeah, I'm feeling better, so that's good. Yeah, that's the update on that. I don't really have anything else to say on that, but now I'm just doing like the inside of the plant shop here. I do the beams, and it's quite a lot, like to be able to see inside. I love doing beams and stuff like that, but it does tend to like block the view, especially if you're like trying to play the game. So I do like delete some of the beams just so I can, you know, see better inside of the plant shop. But anywho, the beams are still there, but it's just less, so it's more visible. I was really struggling to find like debug objects or like live edit objects that I wanted to use in the build. Like it took me a second to find these planter boxes. I think they're from high school years. Yeah, I think they're from high school years. And I had them in my head. I was like, oh, I should use those planter boxes that are like in the debug of that pack. But then I was like searching for it and I couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know. It's weird because sometimes like the live edit objects will have like its actual names. It'll say like EP, whatever like number the EP is, and then like the name of the object will be like EP blah 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 streetlights, or EP blah 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 planter or something like that. But if it's from the debug, then it'll just be debug. So sometimes I think that it's in live edit and I'm searching for it, and that it's not because it's in debug, so then I have to go and try and find it because you can't do it by name. It's like a whole thing. The Twisted Mexi Better Build By mod makes it like a lot easier to find objects, but I still struggle finding something, so that took me a hot minute to find. But yeah, I got them in here. I think they suit the kind of vibe that I was going for. I think, you know, I obviously use like a lot of earth tones in here. It's very brown, and there's a lot of sunlight in here, obviously from the roof and everything and all the plants. I just really like this plant shop, honestly. I kind of I like built the structure of the outside and then had gone to bed that night, and then I was just laying in bed and I was like, and I can put this here, and I can have a shelf over there, and then maybe I'll put the things over here. And I was just like thinking about it during the night. So yeah, this plant shop, it was taking mental space because I was just like thinking about how I wanted it to be laid out and everything, because I think I struggle with like community lot builds a lot. I don't know why. I think that's kind of common with builders, well, with some builders, but you know, if you're someone who builds like residential lots most of the time, then I think getting into the groove of trying to do a community lot and figuring out how to like plan the space out so it makes sense is kind of more, I don't know, it's more difficult for some reason sometimes. But yeah, also this, like, I'm doing sort of the like sign, I guess, the signage for the plant shop, and I really like the way it turned out. I kind of like morphed this like sort of like signage logo, not logo, but like the words for like the sign, and I merged it with this like wall decal thing sculpture from Eco Lifestyle, and I think it looks really good. I don't think I've ever done that before, but I think I should start doing that because we only have like a couple like, not titles. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. It's like just the signage, I guess, like with the name of something. It's like the symbolish sign, but we only have like a couple of them in the game, and so I find myself using the same ones for like different places, and then I'm like, oh, like the more like community lots that you do, you find that you're like running out of signage for it. So I think I will keep that trick in the future of trying to find like a wall decal and like trying to mesh it with the sign, because I think that it'll, you know, give more options, I guess. But yeah. So I think from the last time that I was here, we have had since then the stuff pack come out, which is like the first stuff pack in a hot minute, so everyone was really excited for it. It's like the chef one. What was it called? It's like Chef Side Hustle or something like that. Yeah, everyone was really excited about that. I was, I guess, not surprised, but I was like, oh, like, I don't know why I was surprised by people being excited for it. It's like totally like a good idea. Like, I like the idea of the pack of having like, you know, your own home business that you run, and you know, make food and stuff like that. I always loved like cooking in the Sims games. I was like, just every single time, like especially in the Sims 3, because that's kind of like what I grew up playing. I would just kind of like, every single time I sim cooked, I would just angle the camera and just like watch them cook. I just enjoyed watching Sims cook things. I don't know why, especially in the older games, just because the animations were more detailed. Especially in the Sims 2, they like take things out and like actually get all the things that they need to cook. So yeah, I don't know, I liked how detailed the animations were, so I was like, sorry, my voice cracked, it's still a little bit rough, but I always liked the way that like how detailed it was, and yeah, I don't know, I always liked watching them. But then this like stuff pack came out, and I don't know why I had like no interest in it. I'm not really sure, I don't know, because I feel I was kind of surprised by myself, I guess, because I thought it would be something I would be excited for when it was like finally announced and we knew what it was, but I was like, oh, okay. And I just kind of moved on. Like, I don't know, I thought it was gonna be something that I'd be more excited about, but yeah, it's still cool. I like the pizza ovens because yeah, I'm always down for more pizza options. I love pizza. So yeah, I would love that, but yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I'm not like interested in getting the pack. And I also kind of felt that way with Horse Ranch. I guess I'm just not like a horse girly, which is totally cool if you are. I think that's pretty metal. I think getting on like a massive beast like that and being like, yep, we're gonna have a connection and a trust to be able to do all, like to ride or to like show jump or do all those things, like that's insane. Like, props to everyone who's like a horse girly out there, because that takes guts to do that. But yeah, I guess I just wasn't interested in that like gameplay. But I do like the little animals, they're really cute. But yeah, when that came out, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. But as time has gone on and I've seen like the objects, it's really just the build buy that I want from that pack. Because they have some really nice build buy stuff in that pack. I find like as time goes on, obviously like the build buy has improved with each pack. And yeah, I'm really into the vibes of that. That's another thing with the new stuff pack I can't, honestly, and people were saying this like about the name, I cannot for the life of me remember what the stuff pack's name is. I don't know why. I think people were saying that like they should have taken out the hustle part because it's like makes it too long and like a mouthful. But isn't it? I for some reason I keep thinking it's called Shop Chef Hustle, and that is like not what it's called. But like, anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about because it's like the only stuff pack that's come out. But anyways, yeah, the newest stuff pack, the chef one. When I was like seeing the previews for that, or people were like doing early, gameplay or like showing the items off and everything. I guess that's something else that didn't really like draw me to it, because if like gameplay doesn't draw me to a pack, sometimes the build buy does, and vice versa. So when I was seeing like the kitchen that came with it, I was kind of disappointed. A lot of people like the kitchen, and I like the countertops. Like the countertops are nice, but I don't like the actual like cupboard cabinet part of the actual like kitchen, because to me it just seems like the same as the like base game ones that are like colorful. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like they're the really simple, almost like IKEA looking kitchen. It looks like they just kind of threw a couple more details on that and then were like, yep, it's a new kitchen. Like to me it doesn't look like a different kitchen, so I was kind of surprised that everyone really liked it. I like the countertops. I think the countertops are nice, but I don't like the actual counters themselves. So yeah, I don't know. The build buy didn't really catch me, and then the actual gameplay wasn't like super interesting to me, because I guess the animations for cooking in The Sims 4, like I've literally typed like in Google search like Sims 4 cooking animation override, because I really don't like the way, like how goofy the animations are for cooking in The Sims 4. Yeah, it's too theatrical for me. I like the more toned down, realistic, like adding all the ingredients together sort of vibe that we had in The Sims 3 and The Sims 2. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's why I don't care about it, but yeah. If you do care about it, and if it's really good, because I've seen people play it and they seem to be really enjoying it, that's awesome. I love when people can have the pack that they've always wanted to get and be able to play it and play through storylines that they've been wanting to have with their gameplay. Like, that's awesome. So if you have it and you're enjoying it, I'm glad that you are enjoying it. As I say every single time I talk about packs, I still want a band pack, please. Please, Sims team, let us have bands. I want to have bands so bad. Like, for some reason, every single time I go into like Sims 3 and I'm like, it's time to play Sims 3. Like, sometimes I just need a break from The Sims 4, or I'm just like craving I know this might be crazy to some people, but the aesthetic and the vibes of Sims 3, because I actually like the graphics. I know they're kind of dated, and I know that the Sims look kind of crusty, but if you have enough CC and have been in the community long enough and know like the good stuff that you can get so it looks good, then it's really enjoyable. And I know like running it is a whole different beast. Like, it's a lot. There's a lot of maintenance that goes into playing Sims 3, but if you can get it to run and you have the right CC, then you're set and it's a good time. So yeah, but every single time I play The Sims 3, I always play a family who has like obviously like I'll have them have kids, and then when they get to be teenagers, they're always like, one of them at least is always in a band. I don't know why, but I'm like, I have to have this like punky, like angsty teen, and they're always in a band, and it's always in the garage. Yeah, I don't know, I just really like playing that storyline. And every time I have kids like in The Sims 4, I'm always like, there's always that one that's like kind of grungy or acts out a little bit of a rebel, and I'm like, oh man, like they would love being in a band. And like, yeah, I don't know, I really 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 want a band pack really bad. Hopefully if they did it, it would be done well. I think Sims 3 did it perfectly with adding it into the late night pack because it came with like the city and everything, and the vibes were just mwah. It was chef's kiss. It was just such good vibes of being in like this big city with this nightlife and the VIP and the bouncers and like, you know, celebrity reputation, trying to build yourself up to be like a 5-star celebrity. You can like jam session with people in the band if like they know an instrument. You can go to bars and play like open like live bands, like live music. I don't know why my brain just like farted there. You can play live music at bars and stuff. So yeah, I just like that so much, and I wish that we could have that in this game, but that's what I want. That's like, I think that's really, I can't really think of anything else. Well, I can think of a lot of things that I want, but it's mostly like interaction sort of things. But for packs, I think that a band pack is like the one thing that I really, really want. I don't know, I feel like they might do it at some point, but yeah. And now we have like all these teasers for, I guess, like, I don't know, it's like food related, like, and people are saying that like certain things that were on like the poster, I think this was in the live that the Sims team did or something. You know how they have like the live like broadcast or whatever, or like a stream, and it's like what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They do like the Sims live or whatever, and there'll be like updates on Project Renee and like whatever packs and things are coming out. But they like did a teaser, and like it was a lot of like food oriented things, which I guess makes sense because now we have the stuff pack. That's obviously like a chef thing, but some people were saying that the other things in the photo were like related to like Thailand. I think it was like a teapot and a food item. I can't remember what it was, but some people were saying that. So that's exciting. I'd like to see that. I think we definitely need more like diverse worlds. I know people have been saying that for a long time, so yeah. I hope that we can get diverse worlds. I really want a world that feels balanced. I don't know if they could, pull it off. They've been doing a lot of like small worlds, but if we could have a world that's balanced with a city area and the rural, not rural, but like a city and then like a suburban area, that'd be perfect. So I hope that they do something like that. But yeah, a Thailand sort of themed pack or like world sounds really cool. So hopefully that pans out and it's actually what we all think it is. Yeah, anyways, I talked through this entire thing, so I'm sorry about that. Like, I didn't really talk about what I was doing as I was building it, but we're coming to the end of the video, so I hope that you enjoyed this. I kind of struggled with the layout of the cafe, so I hope it's okay. And I know that there's no bathroom in the cafe, it's in this plant shop, but I couldn't fit it anywhere else, so I'm sorry. But at least there's somewhere for your Sims to go to the bathroom. But yeah, that's the end of this video, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. And the CC list tray files will be listed in the description for download, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!